All right, Larry Krueger here from The Krug Show with a little update on Ricky Pearsall. And the 49ers released a statement today saying the 49er wide receiver Ricky Pearsall was released from the hospital this afternoon as he continues to recover from a bullet wound to his chest that he suffered yesterday. He and his family, along with the entire 49er organization, would like to thank the San Francisco Police Department, Emergency Medical Services, doctors, and staff at San Francisco General Hospital. So that was the Niners' full release. This thing has gone back and forth a lot today. A lot of people, obviously, there's only one side to this. Nobody wants to see anybody get shot. Nobody wants to see crime and people be victims of crime. So there's not two sides in that regard. There's one side. But unfortunately, this thing has become this gigantic political football in an election year with right-wing people saying, look, San Francisco, look at these laws, look at what's happened here, and left-wing people saying, oh, the crime stats, they're down and this and that. It's a big city and this happens. Well, okay, a couple things. One, if we ever get to the point where we are accepting of violent crime in any big city, big town, small town, rural area, suburban area, if we ever basically we're going to wash our hands, you know what, nothing we can do, violent crime, oh well, then we're all losers. Okay, that's when we've all lost as a society. So, what's going to solve this? Solutions. What's going to happen as far as, the city of San Francisco has its own problems. As far as the 49ers, I'm sure publicly are going to say what they just said. And then privately, I bet you they're going to tell a lot of their players, don't go to Union Square. And the bottom line is, I grew up in San Francisco. I went to Union Square, took the Muni, got off on Powell Street, walked up to Union Square, went shopping with my brothers and sisters. Sometimes as a little kid, and it was always inner city, but somewhat safe. Now times have changed, and it's a more violent era, and that's just kind of the way it is. And you can't be naive to it. And as far as solutions, I don't know what the solutions are. That's above my pay grade, and I won't sit there and try to pretend to be the mayor, pretend to be the chief of police, pretend to have all the answers. I don't have all the answers. But this is not the end of this story. This story is going to absolutely blow up on Monday and Tuesday when this is an election year. You think this has been a political football on Twitter, on X over the last 24 hours? It has only just begun. So that's the reality of the situation. It's unfortunate, but that's the world that we live in. All I would say to either side, to whether you're a right-wing person saying San Francisco's a joke, or if you're a left-wing person saying that, Republicans are just going to use this to for their own purposes, and they don't care about Ricky and blah, blah, blah. All I would say to both sides is, let's not forget, this is a young man who could have been killed. All right. So people talk about sensitivity all the time. It's pretty insensitive to put out a bunch of stats about how safe the city is 5 seconds after Ricky Pearsall gets shot. I found that kind of insensitive. And I also think it's insensitive to immediately, turn this into, hey, my ideology is this, and so it aligns here, and I'm going to nail, all San Francisco politicians to the wall, and I'm going to have my say. Let's just not forget that there was a crime here, there was a victim here, and his well-being is first, second, and third, and everything else is just going to organically go from there. This conversation is not going to end. San Francisco's situation is very high profile. It's going to be used by the right. It's going to be used by the left. It's going to be, this whole situation is going to be a gigantic political football that is going to be bigger on Monday and Tuesday, I think, when when all the people come back off Labor Day vacations and start talking on their shows, it's going to be even a bigger political football. So all I got to say is, our thoughts and prayers are with Ricky, and hopefully he makes a good recovery. Hopefully this was an isolated incident and nothing like this happens again. But once again, our thoughts and prayers go out to Ricky, and the latest is he is home from the hospital and he continues to recover. Very serious situation, but it sounds like it's no longer a life-threatening situation for Ricky Pearsall. All right. Thanks for supporting The Krug Show. Thanks to all of you guys for consistently supporting The Krug Show. Hit like and subscribe. Thanks to all of you. Have a great day.